So last year, I went through a what do you say, a training thing where a military guy named Josh Silliman gave me an insight on how Asians think. So, overseas, they take these to concerts and stuff like that, and they fill up the stadiums with them. Now, this I found in the street. I had a Spanish woman name it Crystal. So, this is now Crystal. Every video, Crystal will be here. Ciao, ciao. And that's a short and sweet little intake on how Asians think and how they keep their heart healthy and young. They see the bright side. And I said that stupid word like 3 times, and I'm sorry. Changing that. But right now, McDonald's has a clean energy vibe, and I'm uploading the McDonald's Talk series that I just started today. And I think during the travels, things will get a little bit more, revealing of who I was, who I am, and who I'm becoming. Always look up.
Ready to go? Either that or just getting there. Yeah, it looks like you're arriving at K.O. Costa.
Were they going somewhere else?
I only were going to K.O. Costa for the whole day.
What are they going to do today? What are you going to do today? Bicycle?
I'll have to ask her.
Y'all should check out this video. Simple little video, story
You want to
time.
go back to the beach?
Simple videos like these are 9 times out of 10 what people look for. One, real life. Two, they can relate. Gotta entertain the COVID thing. Clean and sanitize. McDonald's.
Like she wouldn't be up against the board to bring his car back, you know what I mean? And he wouldn't get ready to put him in his car to take him off, you know that.
Now I still have the same outfit that I made
Open up that one.
in Howard County. The H&M pants, the Under Armour from Dick's Sporting Goods, the North Face coat from JCPenney. I think it was JCPenney, but I'm a little distracted about what store it was because that day when I bought the coat, it was kind of weird because Naya, she's a Howard County officer, showed up out of the blue like this. But it's a JCPenney coat. I got a red flannel and a blue flannel, and I bought those.
That's why I want to get
I want to say it may have been JCPenney as well.
like you can picture when against for the raffle.
Anyhow, still the same outfit from Howard County. Haven't left it, haven't changed it. The only thing that's changed is here in West Palm Beach, I bought 2 pairs of shorts and a pair of shoes. It's I got a pair of pink shorts and a pair of black and white shorts. I got a pair of H&M shoes, which are feeling better than Nike shoes, to be honest. I got the hat that I wear, this hat here, at the thoroughfare. Well, I mean the through fair. Sorry, through fair. Yeah. And I got the 2 backpacks. I got both of them. Well, this one I got on the way to Howard County, the blue book bag. And here, I'll show you in case y'all forgot. It's this one. And the Nike check bag that you guys see in all kinds of pictures and videos, I got in Howard County before a store closed. And to be honest about it, they didn't want me to buy it because it was in the female section of the store. It wasn't in the male section, so when I went to go buy it, they were like, and I still have I have the gloves, and I also have gloves that some girl put on the street for me when she seen me in Howard County. Now go inside of my gloves. Check them out. These. I put them inside.
Well, they start this weekend, I guess. They can start to move. End of the month,
Still the same outfit. I got the computer from Walmart in Latrobe. I have 3 phones. The Apple iPhone that I had. I got that when I came back from New York City about 2 years ago.
And then their utilities.
I got my brother's iPhone because we ended up having AT&T shut us off for some reason. So he just gave me his phone, and I'm going to use both to record.
So if it was 120, it cost them
I use my Straight Talk phone
electric bills on.
as my means of communication.
David
Although-
just gave cash for it.
Although they're not very secure. secure phone company. I can say that because my phone has been tapped a few times by, I don't know if it's hack people in like large areas, but you know when your phone's getting picked up by something because when you call somebody, it sounds like somebody else is breathing or it sounds like distorted.
The whole stimulus check is gone.
I'm not sure why it happens, but I mentioned it a few times.
She didn't get it yet. She's waiting to get it.
I've been traveling around the art galleries.
I'll go get it. I don't want it.
I've been traveling to like high class places, low class places, and middle class places. And to tell you the truth, there's really no difference. The only difference is the high class people treat the middle class like dogs and the low class like dogs. The middle class is trying to act like the high class, and the low class is just trying to get by. When I was in West Palm Beach, there was West Palm Beach, and then the snooty ass side of Palm Beach. The snooty ass side, I went over there, and everybody's acting like, their life is just so luxurious. They're here, I'm gonna use this as an example. Just reading, like just bullshit ass like magazines just out in public acting like people are taking pictures of them and stuff. On the beach, you see people just lounge out, not in the water, just lounge out on the beach. Water could be warm as ever, just lounge out. Like a Hollywood movie. West Palm Beach, the rich side, snooty side of Palm Beach. Then you got Palm Beach. It's when you go from the right side to the left side. And then you have the culture. I want to say it's more culturized on the left side, but they're snooty as ever because they're trying to act like the rich side. So how I weigh the scales of that one, I'm not sure yet. But West Palm Beach, there's Clematis Street, and then everything branches kind of from that. And there's good and bad in West Palm Beach. From what I see, it's kind of like a metropolitan place where you have the central location, and then outside of the central location, everything is, getting worse as it spreads out. But in this little central location, they keep it real nice and tidy. Just my perspective for being there for about 4 weeks. Now I can say this. On the real rich snooty side, the uppity upside where everybody's acting all Hollywood, they can talk to you if you talk to them. Now on the other side, where they're trying to act like the rich side, they won't talk to you. They'll just be like, hey, check this out. Hey, check this out. On the other side though, they talk to you. They take pictures with you. And sometimes they ask about you. I'm just telling you, be prepared to see some things that you're not used to. Also, one thing I can say that they do judge you severely on that side is your clothing. Severely. Because one, they got Gucci and all that on that side. So if you go over there just dressed in whatever, they're gonna be like, not from here. And then they're gonna start sizing you up in their mind. Few churches I found around the area. One night, probably gotta redeem that. I gotta go back and visit that church. The church with blue lights. I was mad one day after a phone conversation, and they, walk past and, it's screaming on top of my lungs. I was pissed off at the phone conversation. So I probably have to go back and just, walk in, say sorry, walk out. Whenever. Now, that's another thing. Because I've been asked a lot why I get so... Have you guys ever had a female just go off the deep end on you on the phone? And go off the... just dive off the deep end. And it's like, as a male, do you not reply? Are you not supposed to get mad? Instead of cussing her out, what am I supposed to do? I hang the phone up and I talk to the sky. So that's honestly what happens. 9 times out of 10, you'll see me on the phone with somebody I'm talking to, and believe it or not, a lot of people I talk to are very judgmental. Very, 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 very judgmental against me. They love me, but man, they are just like, why are you doing this? I support it. Then, like, I swear, a flip of a coin, they're like, I never told him to do this. That's how it works. The restaurant series. The restaurant series that I started down here. I can give credit to the West Palm Beach people, because it was honest. I have to give credit to them. I think it was them that inspired me to do it. If it wasn't, it was God. Because the idea didn't just... I just went to a restaurant and was like, hey, this is a nice place, time to film. I had a beautiful, beautiful black family meet me in the first restaurant I went to. Beautiful black family. I'm gonna say it like that because they're proud of who they are with this whole racism thing going on in the country. And man, they showed up and was like, hey, this is what we're doing. And we sat and just drank, conversated, exchanged numbers, and just got to know each other. And he recommended that I travel a few places and that I film, a movie. Now, the way I said that, do you guys, like, just a question, do you guys think that that's a bad way to say it? What am I supposed to say? I'm in a beautiful family. I could, but what if I'm in a beautiful family? Does it paint a picture in your mind? So if I say I'm in a beautiful family, it could be a pink family, a blue family. Unfortunately, in the United States and around the world, everything is colorized. So we got white people, black people, Indian people, Spanish people, Asian people, and more, Indian people. There's 2 different types of Indian. That I'm going to touch base on right now. There's more, but I'm going to touch base on that. But yeah. So I don't want you guys getting offended by the way I said that, because my history clearly shows who I stand with.
Now you know where we're going?
I mean, everybody, but black people have been my close-knit circle my entire life. Close-knit. I mean, close-knit. Fabric, threaded.
Not going to be full about it. I have to be there prior, so I have to be there at my appointment. Huh?
Another thing I noticed, there's a few things with this whole thing going on out here. Is you know, it is a time to talk about it. I see people treating minorities and people of color a little bit like they're being controlled, like they have no say other than being a asshat in public. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm saying it like that because unless they're doing that kind of stuff, they're not respected. Do you understand? I mean, if they were just picture me in a suit, right? And then picture me being respected, high class, and all that. And then picture just a guy you see walking on the street, a minority or a black person, in my shoes. Same suit, same demeanor, same body language. Would it be the same picture? Would it be the same perspective? That's what I'm trying to portray here, because that's what I've been seeing a lot here. Black and white does rain pretty heavy here, though. I can say that. Black and white in West Palm Beach area does rain pretty heavy together. Spanish people too. You want food? Spanish people are going to tell you where to go. Also, Spanish people like to fish. You need a fish, find them all over the place. No labels. It's just a vocabulary word. I kind of stepped away from the news a little bit. Took Jim Rohn's advice on that one. Stop loading up on, all the bad news and wonder why my days were going so bad.
Well, 45 minutes, we gotta be there at 15 minutes prior. So, we should be there then.
We need to be there 15 minutes.
Idaho Farm Boy, Jim Rohn. If you don't know him, make sure you research him and study his values.
So that they can see us by 11:30.
Maybe after, maybe no, maybe they'll let, maybe they could run on time. But I don't wanna be late. And we gotta set up our,
Music. Now,
chart stuff for us.
what if I pulled a Pac out here and Tupac Shakur? I'm asking you guys, without the ending, alive and healthy. What if I pulled a Tupac Shakur in an old school type of rap style, where I wore one outfit, and I just traveled around state to state and did music? I mean, one outfit. Would you guys trend that? I'm gonna wait for verification and answer from God and from the people, and then I'm gonna pursue that if if y'all will respect the one alpha thing. I mean, the shoes might change. The shoes might change. The hats might change. This ain't going nowhere. What else might change? You know, the undergarments. You know what I'm talking about. They might change. If I have an Under Armour underneath the pants, underneath the shorts, and then the ones under that will get changed. But would you guys respect the one alpha thing? Because if I keep it a minimalist lifestyle, I can do music, travel around, do my skills of justice, do the McDonald's talks, do the random series outside, the lo-fi videos, do the storage unit videos, do the Uber videos. I haven't yet, but I will. Cause I do support police, but I haven't got up, up and close and personal with them ever since that whole interaction happened. That kind of put an offset on how I feel about, police. Cause like it was 2 years ago after I dropped out of college. Like I love police. I was like, fuck it. I made so many friends. I was like, I love them. And then, something happened that offset it. So it was just weird. Because when it offset it, it was kind of like, you gotta tweak it to put it back on, a common level. Because same with music. When music's offset, you have to tweak it until it sounds right, until it feels right. It's the same thing with the situation that happened. You gotta tweak the scenario, you gotta tweak the situation so both sides hear and feel like things are supposed to be on a common playing field, on a level that, it doesn't distort. That's where I'm at with that whole situation right now. Because the offset that happened to me, I didn't have the right rack system to fix it myself. I can be the best engineer in the world, but if I don't have the equipment to use, I can't tweak it and master it myself. So I have outside help helping me with that. Not no lawyer, because God forbid I ever have to sue anybody one day. God forbid. Because if I do, the people that do support me are going to cry through their eyes and their hearts. I mean, that's just one thing that I don't want to do. I may have said it because there's a certain line where you have to say something to somebody and be like, because when you throw up a wall and they don't get it, you have to be like, hey, I'm going to do this.
I remember. I don't know that she's 15. Why can't she babysit the other one?
But that's where that's at right now. So I took a picture with the fire department's truck here, but in West Palm Beach. Took pictures of the officers too. But I want to get a group photo, That could be essential. It could be. Have they lost respect for their people? That's what I'm asking. They take an oath. Have they lost respect for their people? When people come up and touch them on the shoulder or something, have they lost respect for it? I guess we'll find out. One thing that I have noticed in two states, I actually, if you guys research me, I started a website, Inspired Daydreamers LLC, when I was working as a security officer in DC. And I started writing about like transgenders, kids in cages, all of that. The website, I can still post it. It's not deleted. I just haven't paid the subscription.
Well, they're probably very busy.
But I was writing about everything that was going wrong in the world. I mean everything. And I was promoting good. While I was writing about everything that was going wrong, and I was paying outside sources like through Fiverr and all that. I had them writing articles for me. I would give them a little bit of insight of what I wanted. They would write the articles. I post it up. I would write my own article, post it up, and it just would reveal some things. And then I used a website that would like post events. I think it was called Eventbrite, Event Source, something like that. And it would have all kinds of events going on around the area. And I would be like, hey, copy, paste, post. I started promoting that. And I still seen things getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And I was still working security, and things just was getting worse as I was researching. I had my own troubles in my own life. I was in college, and I needed some like clarity of where to go, and then I didn't have it at the time. So I spent a lot of time in the gym because growing up, my grandfather and I always played sports. Like I wrestled, I played football, and I knew how to fight because just my upbringing. But I never like really boxed in a professional setting. When I was around in my 20s, got a little bit of coaching at PA Combat Sports, but other than that, wasn't really nothing. But my grandfather had hands that you should worry about. And I can say from my family, that's how I got my,
If you have time.
For what?
If you have time.
Yeah, I know, but I have time.
And I guess the clarity I needed was where to go in life at the time, so I spent a lot of time in the gym to clear my mind. And this ties into it because when I was in criminal justice class, the college was saying, they were like, why do you always listen to one thing instead of listening to multiple things? Because I used to listen to a DBZ anime music video playlist, because I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z and admired the strengths and stuff that they put into the characters, and how they overcome every obstacle. And they always level up. And then, like, no matter how bad, like, Vegeta and Goku hate each other, they always, always come together to beat the overwhelming enemy. So, I always used to listen to this one track with Trunks and just the rest of them, And they just, I don't know, they viewed me in a bad light because I would listen to the same thing, and I would wait because they had a voice going through the instrumental, and at a certain time that voice would trigger and I would connect it like an NLP. It's a book, like an NLP programming from a subconscious perspective, where I would reflect on a scenario that happened in my life a long time ago, and then at that very moment I would just bring it to the surface when I lift it. So when that happened, they started getting a little concerned, like I was out to hurt somebody, because they would see in a moment I was triggered, and it was a completely different animal. That's what happened, and honestly, when they started seeing that I would do that every time I lifted, they were like, something's not adding up here, because if he has that much rage inside of him, that much emotion from something that happened, why did he move? Why did he do this? Why did he do that? So a scenario happened that offset, like I was talking about. That's part of it. And sorry, that was a little spotty. I had to seriously think back about how that all played out. But I was talking about the website, about how things were getting bad with that, like in the world, and I connected it to my heart. I started taking it personal because I was writing about it and I was promoting it. I was a security officer in DC. My fiance and I, we lived at a place that cost $1,500 a month. It was a small place too. About, I don't know, from here to here, just this little section here. I'll show you real quick. Like as big as that little section. $1,500 a month. And we had a little dog, Trunks. She worked at a nursing home. We had one car. I worked in DC. She worked in Howard County. We had a hard time keeping up with the bills for the simple fact that $1,500 a month plus, her paying a car payment plus insurance, plus, the luxuries of life, like the phones. And then we had to eat, which Whole Foods, it's a good place to eat at, but it's not cheap. You got gas, and you got other expenses that are necessary to survive in the 20th century that we live in. It was around 2019, 2020. So times hasn't changed that much in 3 years. Still the same scenario, still the same people, still the same life, still the same lifestyle. But that was part of the troubles that was going on with us. Also the stuff that happened before we moved from Latrobe, PA to Howard County. And like I was like, her and I was just going through some stuff with the people that were racist. Just that's where it boils down to. And for some reason it carried into the other state, for the simple fact that a man of authority used his I don't know what you want to say, but used his thing to place something on somebody, and they cleared it up, and then he tried to bring it back up. Like they cleared it up and said, hey, we are absolutely sure that he's okay and that she's okay. But this guy was like, no, we're gonna bring it back up. We're gonna bring it back up because I still don't feel that's what he does. And it's not cool. It's not cool. It's not cool at all.
They don't bother me all the time, but they're that bothers me.
Because if the shoe was on the other foot, this man be scared for his life. Probably wouldn't even be alive because he probably would have committed suicide for all the stress that he put on a family for a selfish purpose.
If I got born, I'm born yet or what?
You can't say that I'm out here trying to hurt anybody. And now here, I'm gonna connect this dot real quick. Like I said about the DBZ and the trigger moment where you put everything into it. You learn that from the anime. You learn that from the anime. They teach you in a moment to trigger all your emotions to 1 second to explode. I know I was real spotty on that whole situation in my fiance, job, website, all that. 'Cause I was trying to go through the motions with you.
Did you put in there that you have two stamps?
You see how people emphasize their fucking beliefs when you go.
We have our,
Anyhow, I'm gonna post the scales of justice. And I'm probably I don't know what's gonna happen like with this. It's not illegal, it's her whole married name. I just said, she's a queen in my eyes. And
wasn't that the other guy?
I don't know this name.
That had all the problems.
No matter what I do, like if they want me to cover it up, it's easy to cover up. It's easy to put a fucking black block on his fucking arm. My arm, you know what I mean? Sorry, I was looking in the background. But it's not illegal to have, because if you search Evelyn Del Rosario, there's other Rosarios out there. For one, for two, it's my personal body. My personal body. My personal body. You can't tell me what I'm allowed to have on my personal body. I have a vast knowledge and widespread of how to do everything when it comes to all of this stuff, security, just jobs in general. I worked many jobs in my life. I can talk for days about just pretty much anything, which I could do, but like I'm not no old ass fucking head. You understand? I'm 31 years old. I'm 31 years old. I want you guys to understand that I'm 31 years old. I don't need to act like I'm some fucking old timer just because I'm out here doing a backpack ride.
What was the one that had all the male press?
You know, I had I guess from the travels that I had around here, like my feet started blistering up pretty bad, which never happened before, never.
Maybe they'll take us
And it's not it's not because of shoes.
Well, we'll find out on the marquee.
I just don't understand because I used to walk 5 hours to work and 5 hours back, and then nothing would happen to my feet. But now I walk anywhere and it's like my feet blister. I don't know why it happens. It could be the shoes. It could be something. It's just something that pissed me off recently that I didn't understand why, because I'm in total clean health, clean bill of health. But my feet are fucking blistering like I'm walking on eggshells or something. You know what I mean? Or walking over hot fucking coals. Or I don't know how to explain it, but I got new shoes on and I'm walking like I used to, but my feet are blistering. Maybe you guys will tie everything together how I did it. I did this for a reason. I did things spotty at certain places for a reason. And to the guy that says that he's not convinced that I'm not trying to hurt this beautiful fucking teacher, I need you to seriously step off me. I need you to seriously to step off me. Every video I'm willing to make her shine, but I don't want to do it in the manner that this guy's trying to make me do it. No, every video this guy is trying to make me do things that have her like she's in a life or death scenario. She's not. I don't have to explain anything. I don't have to be like, hey, she is fine. She's not gonna have me chasing her down. She's not gonna do this. She's not gonna do that. All I've been doing is sending her stock stuff online so she can invest. That way, maybe one day she could leave the teaching department and the police force that she oversees and travel with the guy that always is harassing me. If I wanted to see Miss Rosario, if I wanted to see her, I would have done it when I spent months in Howard County living outside. Months. I would have seen her then. You took a connection that you made with your mind, that I make martial arts, and I used the trigger of emotion, and I tied the two together, and I trained outdoors, and you watched it, and you were like, oh, well, he likes Evelyn Rosario a little too much, so he's gonna hurt her one day. No, dude, never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. Now, if I wanted to, trust me, you would know about it. Because I would make it very, very direct. very direct. I'm not no asshole out here trying to seek fame. Trying to be like, oh, well, I'm gonna do this. And then I'm gonna make her out to be an example. So convince yourself today. Write it down, take a fucking picture, and post it on the fucking wall. I am tired of having to do this every day through my videos because I'm saying I can prove on my phone that I get a phone here. Let me prove this real quick. Maybe you guys can start calling this asshole back. The 443 numbers is this guy calling me. And harassing me. The restricted numbers is him calling and harassing me. Look at this. All the 443 numbers. So feel free, call him back. Now, directly to Evelyn Rosario, one day maybe in a book or an album, I will speak about how you taught me in class. How you used the YouTube analogy of how you like videos of dogs and animals being shot. You used to ask your kids, your students, what animal they had, and you'd be like, so I take your dog, bang. And then you go on YouTube, you search it up. There's millions of videos of YouTube kids, people, families, bang to their dog. And to cats. She said to cats too. I'm over defending her in that sense to one guy that's like, oh, well, I think you're gonna hurt her. I think you're gonna hurt her. Now look at me. If I wanted to hurt Miss Rosario, do you think it would have already happened? I think you should use common sense. I think you should use common sense. All I'm doing is saying she's the world's greatest fucking woman when it comes to fucking me using the knowledge. For the simple purpose of I gained the insight from her classroom. So like Earl Sheriff was to Jim Rohn, she's my Earl Sheriff. So I'm over it. Last time, scales of justice to the guy that is telling me about saying I'm gonna hurt Miss Rosario. Scales of justice, sir.